If I traded it all.
So welcome back, everyone. My next guest is Ron Viemont, and he is the executive chairman of Y2 Payment Systems. Welcome to the show. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Thank you, Carol. It's fun to be here. And Y2 Payment Systems is involved in the merchant services industry. We provide merchant accounts to people who are in the e-commerce and the card payment by phone universe. And we do that in a way that actually turns out to be significantly cheaper than what people in the retail space would pay for in terms of their merchant account pricing.
Well, I want to go into some of these different things. First of all, I understand that Y2 Payment Systems is focused more on providing a payment system rather than merely providing merchant accounts and a credit card terminal to people. So that's pretty intriguing. Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay, a payment system actually refers to how many different channels the merchant can use to receive payment. So if he can take payment point of sale, face-to-face, that's a retail environment. But if the customers call in or fax in their card number, that kind of thing, that's another channel. If they use a touch-tone telephone system or a speech recognition system where they follow the prompts and key in their own card numbers, that's another channel. And so a payment system is designed to reach out to as many different age groups and the demographics of their preferred way to pay a bill. And so it all then funnels down and comes together on a single reporting station. So in our system, it doesn't make a difference who originates the payment or from which source it comes. It's all reported in one combined console to the merchant.
Now, you work with people, you said not only nationally, but even internationally. You're A-plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. I want to talk a little bit about that part of what you do.
Okay. In addition to the A-plus rating, we are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. And the idea, which you talked about in terms of internationally, we actually have some multi-level marketing clients who are able to execute and originate transactions in 140 different currencies, and then we can settle those to what a checking account in 22 different currencies. So theoretically, somebody can do a transaction in Hong Kong, and the money can be deposited to their checking account in Texas.
And how long does it take to get? That's what they want to know. How long does it take to get into their account?
24 to 48 hours.
So that's perfect. Now, you could check them out on their website. It is Y, just the letter Y, the number 2, payments is plural.com, and then you can call them toll free, and that's 888-693-1850. So just why do payments focus only on state agencies, or how did you translate that experience to the private sector?
Well, I had an epiphany when we were working with that Midwestern state. The key person in making the decision to award a contract to us said to my payment processor, my credit card partner, we won't accept 3-tiered pricing. Will you do interchange pass-through? The answer is yes, we would, but the epiphany was, why won't credit card processors allow pass-through pricing to merchants at the Main Street level? So why should a state agency get pricing that is considerably cheaper than what the local merchant can get? So I determined with Y2 Payments, our mission was going to be merchants of all levels, wherever they are, however big or small they are, we're going to give them interchange pass-through pricing, which was going to save them anywhere from 20 to 40% of their processing costs.
Well, let me ask you, too, something off the cuff here, just roll off the cuff. You know, the one thing about businesses, especially the small businesses that are first started, they're worried about that they would be approved to be able to take a merchant and be able to have a merchant account, which everyone loves because it's really the way to start making money in your business. You know, it comes right away. It's cha-ching, cha-ching, right?
That's it.
So what happens when somebody, with their approval part of that? How does that work?
That's called underwriting.
Okay.
And we build a story and to explain to the underwriter what this business is the background of the persons that are in charge of the business, what their credentials are, what their experience is, and we want to be able to show the underwriter that this person and his or her new business has the credentials and the savvy to do how to do it properly.
So now you also use the term interchange when you were talking before, and exactly what does that mean?
Well, interchange is the term that Visa, MasterCard, and Discover apply to the prices that they sell services to processors. So when you talk about interchange, the Visa and MasterCard are considered the card associations. They're also identified as the card brand. So in the card brand, there are multiple different types of cards that are issued, such as a consumer credit card, consumer debit card, business checking account, and then there are all kinds of subdivisions. So there is a price for a consumer credit card. And you hear all of the TV commercials about what's in your wallet and how kind of rewards do you get as the consumer. Well, there is a different price for a rewards card and still a different price again for a signature card. And so the bottom line is, when you look at it, the customer who comes to the merchant presents a rewards card. It's technically the merchant who's paying the cost for those rewards. And so that's the fact that I presented to you a rewards card means that I'm getting something, or you're receiving less for the value of what you paid for because the price is higher.
So what they think they're getting a great deal with, they're actually really not. Is that correct?
You know, the consumer is getting a deal that they may consider a great deal, but who's paying for it? Visa, MasterCard, or the merchant?
The merchant. So
merchant.
it's not really that great, is what the way I'm reading it. So now they're A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau. They are not only nationwide, they can also work with people out of the country. And you do free consultations with people?
Sure. All the time.
They do free consultations. Their website is y2payments.com, and their toll-free number is 888-693-1850. So can you explain how pass-through pricing is different than customary merchant accounts, and is it available to smaller merchants?
Technically, it's available to any merchant of any size if it's offered by the processor. What I mean by that is I've got in front of me a typical 3-tiered pricing statement. And when the people in the drive time are listening to us, they can look at their statement at the top. There's a section that says the information advice. There's a next section called settlement and discount. That tells how much money is deposited to your checking account and the days in which it's deposited. And it also labels the card type that was used. What it doesn't do, however, is disclose to you what's the raw cost for all that. So when you look at the raw cost for taking those cards, that's determined by the card type and the charge type. So merchants never know what it's all about, and they are so busy focused on their core competency, they don't want to learn. But that's where we come in. We teach and we show where those different price breaks are and try to work with the merchant to cut down their costs of the card processing, which means one of two things. It either means more money in the wallet of the owner, or it means the owner now has a new revenue stream to start developing other top-line sales in this business.
So there's people who have started businesses, new businesses, but there's also people out there that have had businesses. They're listening. They obviously have had accounts, merchants' accounts already. You can switch them into another one as well, to yours?
Yes, we can do either switch them into another one, or frankly, in the consultation that we can do, we can show them how to go back to their current processor and change from a 3-tiered to a pass-through pricing.
Well, and it's good to have somebody, obviously you're very experienced, and it's better sometimes to have somebody do something like this for you and teach you how to do it instead of trying to do it on your own. Real quickly, speaking of current market shares, does Y2 Payments specialize in certain industries and groups? Real quick.
No.
There you go. They don't. So here, the number to call them, it's toll free, 888-693-1850. You can check them out. It's Y2Payments with an S.com, A+ rated with the Better Business Bureau.
Did you